A mentor of mine had asked me, just point out one thing about yourself when you look in the mirror. What do you love about yourself? And I remember thinking, there is nothing that is coming to my mind. I drew a complete blank. At that point in my life, I thought I had nothing going for me. As the years went by in high school, I grew into myself so much more. My co-founder and I started Aura Health, and we started taking clients who were going through these similar experiences that I had as well as my co-founder had. As a kid, I remember vividly this one moment when a mentor of mine had asked me, just point out one thing about yourself when you look in the mirror. What do you love about yourself? And I remember thinking, there is nothing that is coming to my mind. I drew a complete blank. And we sat together for 15-20 minutes. I think it worried her a little bit. And she was asking me, just think about one thing. And I kept thinking, and around 15-20 minutes, and it just kept drawing blank again and again. At that point in my life, I thought I had nothing going for me. I was chubby. I thought I didn't look good. And it seemed to bother everybody else around me that I was tanned and chubby, and they made it a point to tell me about it. I was not good at school, at the traditional subjects like math or science, and it just made me feel like I was not good enough, and I lacked so much confidence as a young kid. And I went on to boarding school after that, where I met a lot of amazing, incredible people who none of this mattered to. Teachers, mentors, school counselors who really encouraged me and brought me out of my shell. They told me to go and volunteer, spend your time giving back to other people. It was a Christian school, and that's exactly what I did with my friends. We would go and we would spend time teaching different children. And as the years went by in high school, I grew into myself so much more. I found confidence. I loved giving my time and fundraising, throwing events to raise money for these children. And it was a beautiful time in my life where I came into myself. Post this, I went to the US, and I was around a lot of my colleagues who was eating much healthier food. And I used to look at their plate, and as someone from India, seeing people eat a lot of vegetables in salad form, I was very curious. So I tried it out for myself, and I could notice small shifts, and I thought, there's something to this lifestyle. So I learned about it. I spent time, every time I was commuting to work, I would listen to different audiobooks about nutrition and health. And everything that I learned and absorbed, I would test it out on myself. And it was incredible what I felt and what I experienced as a child who thought starving was the way to feel better, and it never having worked. I was eating more than ever. I was so much happier, so much more content with how I felt. I saw a lot of difference in different aspects of my life, from energy, mood, the way that I interacted with other people, and most importantly, in how I felt. I came back to India post this, and I joined my family business, and I wanted to learn the business from the ground up. So I joined as an area manager, which was a very grueling and mentally exhausting job that I had taken up. It was an incredible experience to go through, but it had completely burnt me out. It was very, very, very difficult in terms of the work that I had to do day in and day out, and I really struggled with it. And at this time, what I knew something was wrong within my body. I was seeing all these symptoms, and I had acne all over my face. As someone who had never gone and never had any issues with my skin and my body in that way, I was shocked. I thought it was something else, and I I was looking for answers everywhere else. Any money that I earned doing this job, I spent on doctors and on dermatologists. And nobody had an answer for me. They just kept saying, try this cream, try this cream. So there went another round of my cash. And I just could not understand what this feeling was, where I was feeling I didn't want to be around people. I was feeling miserable about all the symptoms that I had, and not being able to figure out what is the reason and what is the how can I fix myself, and why was I feeling this way. And the only way I figured at that point was to take a step back, and that's what I did. I took a step back from this job that at that point I didn't realize was giving me a lot of stress, and I had completely burnt out. A week post that break, miraculously, something that I was struggling with my skin had completely healed, and I just could not, I could not believe it. And that was, it was showing me that health is beyond what I just eat on my plate. Health is so holistic. It's the way I move my body. It's the way I sleep every night. It's the way that I approach things in life, the mindset that I have, and the stress that we endure day to day. So I realized health is very holistic, and I decided I wanted to tell everyone about this, everyone who is struggling for this, especially those in very similar situations as experiences that I went through. So I went on and I studied health coaching from integrative nutrition health coaching, and I became a holistic health coach. And through this process, my co-founder and I started Aura Health. And we started taking clients who were going through these similar experiences that I had, as well as my co-founder had, with gut. And it was incredible, the kind of differences that we could make by just changing small habits in their day. It was such small shifts, but it made such a huge difference. Just by teaching them healthy habits, we were making such a huge difference in their life. And life came in a complete circle, a full circle for me. For someone who really struggled with gaining her confidence, now I have the pleasure to have clients, almost 5 clients every month, who I can help gain their confidence.